Hello friends, it's Shadow Ready here, playing some, well, actually not really playing, I'm actually watching some World of Warships. Today is a different day. I'm actually highlighting a subscriber on my YouTube channel. This is actually his gameplay. It is CaptainSmoke. So, we are going along with him in the Tier 9 Alaska. So, as you can see, no hands! So he's in basically a Tier 9 matchup, I believe so. Yes, there's a couple of tier 10s, but not too much. It's been an interesting battle, so this is my first time ever doing a gameplay commentary on somebody else, so this is going to be fun. Don't be too harsh, right? But anyways, he really loved the Alaska. He's been talking to me about the Alaska forever, so he's like, I got a gameplay for you, and I was like, alright, let's go for it. So, as you can see, he's trying, and we are going to also try as well. So, I've already seen it once. It's been a very interesting replay. I think there's a couple of replay bugs, but that's fine. Ships are just a little jittery, that's all. But other than that, it's a very interesting and a great game. I won't spoil it too much. But anyways, he liked my So You Want a Captain Alaska series video, and he was determined to get one of these, and look at here, he's got one. The Alaska's pretty good at setting on fires. It's not the best. It's like at a 17%, depending on what flags you have on it, of course. But of course, his first salvo, he gets someone on fire. So that's always a good news for him. Just as a side update for right now, I am having an interesting week. My apartment complex caught on fire the other day, so I'm totally fine, as you can see. Still have the apartment up, everything's well and dandy. So with that being said, I've just been kind of helping out my neighbors with the whole issue. So if you don't see a couple of videos being the most consistent, that's kind of the reason why, is because I've been kind of busy with that. But I just at least wanted to give you that quick update. And if you enjoy the channel, please feel free to subscribe and stay notified with that little bell icon. And let's continue on with this battle. So right now, CaptainSmoke is playing the ship pretty much to a T, what you need to do. It's not going to be a frontline battleship or where you can take damage. You are very squishy at times. And he's not too far back where he can't support everybody. But this game has already kind of been a little tragic. The enemy team was able to capture C, so that's kind of one issue right now. And they are also down a battleship. And as you can see, I don't know if that's a replay bug, but the Massachusetts look a little sketchy right there. It could also be just the lag. I don't know. Not lag on my end, but lag on his end. And once again, he sets another fire. Like, he's only fired 8 shots, and he's already got 2 fires. 14%, or well, now he's got 14 shots. My bad. But still, that is a really high percentage, and I'm assuming he's got the flags for fire, so that it bumps it up to roughly 20, because he's been setting this poor Massachusetts on fire. And he's been effectively angling pretty well, especially against the Massachusetts. He doesn't want to angle too much, or basically the shells could still penetrate correctly and go into the Citadel. So now he's making his way over down to A. His team has not really, gosh, lucky son of a gun with his fires. He's just a fire magnet today. Which ultimately helps out a lot, because you know that Massachusetts already probably burnt out his damage control abilities, so now these fires are most likely going to stay. And we'll see if we can add some more. Nope, not quite. But as you can also see, he does not run any premium consumables, so that also may or may not bite him in the butt in the end. We will find out. The premium consumables just allows you to have a little bit further range and a little bit further, and one more consumable, but it looks like he's running Superintendent on his captain, so that's always good. And very good effective angling, that is for sure. Right now is not a good time for him. His whole entire team is being totally capped out. We've lost 2 destroyers, and this poor Massachusetts, he's already set 4 fires? Yeah, 4 fires. It is crazy. So he so far has had a good game setting these fires like no other. The rest of his team's not been doing so well, and we are right now being 4 caps. So if nothing changes pretty soon, not a good sign gonna happen.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
We're trying to request fire on getting the Massachusetts to be killed, but that may or may not happen. I don't believe so. So he's kind of went behind the island and he has to focus fire on something else. Like this poor Mugami. Out here in the nowhere land. He's also trying to support his gearing in the cap circle, which is trying to at least finally capture something. And this is where another like replay bug happens, which it was paused for a second, but that's totally fine. But the fires were good. Once again, he's already up to 5 fires. Basically, there's like, I believe there's a mission going on right now that's like saying how many fires you need. He would have easily got it in this one match. So he's popped his hydro just in case the Mugami decided to fire some torpedoes. I can see why, because the Mugami has been kind of doing the little zig and the zag. So that's usually a good sign that the Japanese line of ships are firing their torpedoes at you. So it doesn't hurt that he popped his hydro here. Now let's see. These shots look pretty good. Oh, I got ahead of myself. I'm already predicting stuff. So the gearing fires its torpedoes at the Mugami. I think the Mugami is somehow spotting the gearing. He is firing in that general direction. And with that, we got technically CaptainSmoke's first kill. He is a different name in-game, but I always know him as CaptainSmoke. He is the Mad Hatter, pretty much, if you want to know. Oh, the Buffalo. This is where the Buffalo looks like he's having a fun time, but not so fun for Captain here. He got set on fire. He's got a good chance of getting a Citadel. Not quite, but we did get 2 good penetrations there. And unfortunately, he did get set on fire twice, which is never a good sign. And now his reign of AA defense goes off. The AA on the Alaska is really good. Me personally, I like to run the AA fire defense cooldown. Instead, Captain's going with the Hydro, because typically you don't run into too many aircraft carriers. So I can see why he went with Hydro. But if he had Hydro, or if he had the AA defense, I think he would have had more planes, which is saying something, but you'll see in the later on. But he does really have to help out his gearing, because the gearing's going to be under a lot of pressure. And the reason why he's under a lot of pressure is, if you just saw it for just 2 seconds there, there's the enemy carrier just chilling right around that corner. So he keeps trying to fire at this Buffalo. He's getting really unlucky. He could potentially get a Citadel on him. He's just not hitting it where he needs it. Like, he's just getting unlucky on the dispersion, pretty much. Because pretty much the Buffalo is dead in the water right now. Is not really moving. And he's not really paying attention to Captain right now. He's trying to kill that gearing. The gearing has launched some torpedoes at the Kaga. And once again, trying to help out the gearing. Trying to protect the gearing. And still try to take out the Buffalo, because the Buffalo is spotting the gearing. Unless the gearing got within that carrier's detection range, or the fighters are over him. But still, not looking good for his gearing. And if you can't tell, the points are really desperate right now. So this is where CaptainSmoke's kind of like turns on the afterburners, and he realizes he's got to do something. So he sets yet another fire on the Buffalo. He is up to 6 fires, which is really impressive for about a 14% ship rating on fires. It's crazy. I wish I could set that many fires. I don't get that lucky. He had a really good salvo there. It should have finished him off, but it did not. And unfortunately, right there, the Kaga somehow finished off the gearing that he was trying to protect with some torpedo fighters. So now, since that is happening, the torpedo bombers are returning back to base. Unlucky that the Buffalo did not die right there, because he may or may not need this health. So he has it on fire, but it looks like he's also healing at the exact same time, which is not bueno. Now, that quick look that we saw right there may have cost Captain a little too much health. He could have locked onto that ship and saved a few precious health, but we don't know if that's going to affect him or not later on. But now the Kaga is going after him. He's got a second kill. We are... Oh, unfortunate right there. We did get hit right there, but luckily we did not cause any flooding. And somehow we have killed 26 airplanes. I have lost track. That's just how fast and how good the AA fire on the Alaska is. Easily avoiding these torpedoes, I hope. And we got some good damage on the Kaga. We've luckily switched over to armor piercing because that carriers do not ever die with HE. They always just instantly repair that. But the Kaga was able to launch a few more fighters. Oh no, is this going to be the end of him? Ooh, that was so close. Once again, he probably could have had a little bit more health if he could have finished off the Buffalo earlier. Uh-oh. The Kaga still has 2 more planes. Will he be able to get that torpedo off? He does get the torpedo off, but it will cost him that fighter. Now, will he accidentally run into the torpedo? That is the new next question. Or if he remembers. Uh-oh. But we're all good. We are all good on that part. So right now he is capturing B. We desperately need this. They are down in so many points, but the enemy team was able to capture 4 of the capture points and was able to have a huge lead. We've already shot down 49 airplanes. We've had 7 fires. We are at 128k damage at this moment in time. So, what do we got left? We got, let's see if I can do it. We got a Rude and a Grosser Kurfürst. A full health Grosser Kurfürst. Oh boy. That's what you love to see at the end of the game. A full health battleship. That either means 2 things. He was AFK at the beginning or he just sat in the back. So now, Captain's doing the smart thing. He's not going to risk trying to die because he's only got 810 health. And he's going to try to set some more fires because he's been doing an amazing job at that so far, but got unlucky on that salvo. Meanwhile, his other 2 battleships are just kind of... The Georgia and the other North Carolina are just kind of chilling back there, which they should not be doing. The only one that's truly doing anything is the Shimakaze. So... And we got our 8th fire right now, so that's good for us. Now, if they don't do anything, his team doesn't do anything, like where they're at on the map right now, it's not a good sign. They will lose in points, and we got 5 minutes left in this battle. But the Shimakaze was able to finish off that room, and now the interesting bat. The 1 battleship versus 5. They were able to turn it around, but they are not doing so hot on the points. And if they don't do anything on the points, they are probably going to lose. Or if they don't kill the Grosser Kurfürst, then they will also lose too. Now, he managed to blind fire and hit them, so that was good. And there he is, spotted. Once again, I hate this random... I hope it's just a... replay bug, but he was like set another fire. We're at 9 fires, which is really impressive, to be honest with you, for this ship. I barely get 9. He's also kind of been unlucky. He should have been able to get a couple of citadels on the Buffalo earlier, but he was just not able to. So now this is a good time to keep peppering the Grosser Kurfürst because he's at an angle and the armor piercing will not really penetrate too well. It will penetrate the superstructure, but it's not going to do a whole lot of damage. I say that, and he fires armor piercing. Look at me. He did get 5,000 damage off of that, so that was a good shot. So luckily, I believe the Shimakaze spotting him and also his own aircraft carrier are spotting him too, so that's going to be helping him. But if he pulls around this island, he may be in danger because he's in secondary battering range of the Grosser Kurfürst. And he's only got 810 health, so a lot of factors going on right now. Trying to spot him, trying to see where he's at. Bold moves to come around the corner. He has armor piercing loading and got 7,000 off of that last salvo. And let's see. Uh-oh. Not good. The Grosser Kerfer's like, ooh, free easy battle or cruiser right in front of him. Got a good bit of damage, but he could not knock out that main battery guns. So this is where we're hoping for over penetrations. Or a miss. Those guns are still looking good. He's going broadside against them. Ooh, but he does get the high caliber off of that last little bit. And luckily for him, wait for it. Wait for it. I said wait for it. Luckily for him, in the nick of time, the team was able to knock out that lovely battleship and was able to win the battle. So, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments section down below if you guys also enjoyed that too. Let me know if you want to do more replays. I can totally do that for you guys. Please feel free to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye-bye.